Hello, ladies and jelly spoons. Welcome back to Let's Play Tales of Berseria. We are in the capital city. Surprisingly earlier than I thought. I did have a bad feeling that the game was just going to be this like long and arduous trek, that things could be in the way and eventually we get here and there would be the final battle. But being that we are here and we are level 11, pretty sure that is not the way this is going to go, and I'm very happy to say that. What do you have to say, little kiddo?
When's the prince gonna talk? The exorcists are coming too, right?
I'm sure they will, dear. People are saying it's going to be a very important announcement about the Abbey.
I want to see the exorcists! We need to thank them for saving us from the demons!
You're right. We all have to show them our gratitude and help them however we can.
Yeah! I'll follow the rules, too. I won't be selfish.
They sure are popular.
Because these people don't know the truth.
You think that's so? That the exorcists are fighting the demons they themselves cannot. That's why the people support the exorcists.
I know I've talked about it before, that is my biggest frustration with this game, is just that, yeah, the whole idea that there's this entire swath of enemies that the average person cannot fight, that are all over, like, what, and you have to have exorcists to fight them, then why are there any towns not accepting the exorcists? And how are they still around? Like, it's a really weird truism, I guess. Okay, what's up here? I see you, Mr. Laterino. I'm sure you have some sort of... Wait, that's it? Oh, haha. I see that. Alright, so I know that's there now. I do not have enough cat spears to open it yet. Because I have opened several of them here in the last little bit. I figured when I saw that ladder there'd be something up there, and now I know. I do wish it would distinguish between a chest that's been opened and a chest that's still pending. But I think they'll both show up, which is slightly frustrating. I wish they wouldn't do that. Again, I know I've asked this before. I do wonder, like, how easy is it to spot a demon? Can I just sort of like run through? Because I'm running through these towns and nobody's saying a word. The other thing that's a little bit frustrating is if I am level 10 and I'm already finding some of the like most famous inquisitors out there, like, I mean, obviously I know I can't just go kill Artorias right now, but plot-wise, why can't I? I do realize I think I would have a hard time with them by myself without a team with me, but I can ambush them. Like, that should be possible. Someone will be in his castle plaza and attentively behave in an orderly manner. I mean, I could do that. Can I just go straight to the castle? Apparently I can. Midgand.
Listen to those cheers. The royals sure have these folks in line.
Subjects, may I have your attention? It is I, Percival Asgard, Crown Prince of the Midgand Empire. His Majesty, my father, and I are pleased to celebrate with you on this auspicious day.
Where is he?
The ceremony started. It'll be impossible to slip in now.
After the opening, 10 years ago, our kingdom faced an existential threat, both from demons and the terrible spread of demon
Are those
blight.
two separate things?
However, one man raised a miraculous sword and stood so that the body and soul of the land
Over there.
would not be
You can
lost.
climb up if you want, but attacking now would
And
be
the
suicide.
name of that man was Artorias Coldbrand.
You knew it was coming. Velvet, you need... I get that you're not reasonable and you're full of emotion, but come on.
Artorias' noble act. To bring us salvation from demons, he sacrificed everything.
But he's a murderer.
He called Lord Inominat, one of the 5 Empyreans, and blessed us with the strength of the Malachim.
But he's a murderer!
Velvet!
He serves as a shining beacon of reason in this world of turmoil. And reason is what binds us.
But you killed him! You took everything that I loved!
So raise your voices in praise to Artorias' devoted work.
So I guess we're going back to the prison real quick.
He purifies evil and guides our flock.
And how is nobody noticing that?
Our shepherd.
Oh, is this the foundation of Shephards? It is interesting that this game has the Shepherd as the main villain. Although Berseria did also very much show the possibility, you know, that bad shepherds could cause problems.
Even though the world was filled with suffering, I had to ask something tremendous of you all. I entrusted you to endure the pains of reason. I asked you to bind yourselves with shackles of your own will. For the only blade that can expel calamity is one forged from unshaking reason, and the iron will to do what must be done. And now that very blade stands ready, before all of us today. I offer my body and my life in service to the people of this great land. With the blessings of the Empyrean Innominat, I will guide you to a world without calamity. And this world's suffering will be nothing but a distant memory!
Oh, she climbed all that way and then she kind of her anger got spent, I guess?
But you're the one who murdered.
Fool, they'll see us.
You're the one who killed Laphicet.
What?
I don't know why she lied about who
Shephard
Laphicet was.
Artorias. That's who you're after?
Oh, and here I was hoping you'd just straight up pounce on him.
That would be certain death. No. I need a sword of reason and will. That's the only thing that can kill him.
Killing Lord Artorias. Playing it safe? Boring! Regrettably, it is at this juncture we go our separate ways. I've got a bit of hunting to do.
Dang it, I like you,
No
Majelu.
one's stopping you.
Goodbye. Farewell! May your days be fruitful and your nights tormented.
I do want to know what's up with those bandages on
If
her
our
hand.
enemy's calling himself a shepherd, he won't be going into hiding. Let's take this slowly.
The old man behind him. Melchior, I take it?
Yeah.
Let's gather information on these people. If we know what they're planning, we can find a weakness.
They're the most powerful men in the land. If we're going to look into them, we need a lead first.
Eisen, do you have any underworld contacts in the capital itself? Like your friend at the port?
I don't go inland much, I'm afraid. But Ifrid has close ties to a shadow guild. A tavern in the city, run by an old man called Baskerville. Serves as a front...
Interesting. From the Hounds
The
of
Shadow
Baskerville?
Guild? Those sorts of things actually exist.
That settles it. Let's head to that tavern. They'll have food, I'm sure.
Why not?
So yeah, obviously that's the hand that her
made a weird noise.
That's another sign that you're alive.
obviously that's the hand that her claws come out of, but then in the middle of the scene, after her claw went back to just a normal hand, it was immediately wrapped. Or is it that hand? No, it's definitely this hand that turns into the claw. So how does it get rewrapped that convincingly? Because those things should shred how big her claw is.
The Exorcists sure were out in full force to see the Shepherd's inauguration, weren't they?
Well, of course.
What, and have
Oh,
to
damn
stand
it.
around looking all proper? Nah, that's not his style.
But I thought he was one of the top exorcists.
That wouldn't matter to him.
Huh. All right.
Actually, Velvet, speaking of the Shepherd, I noticed he wasn't using his right arm. Was he hurt or something?
Yeah, he was badly wounded a long time ago. He lost the use of his sword arm.
That's what I figured.
But don't get the wrong idea. He's still a master swordsman with his left arm.
I can tell that from the way he moves. His movements are steady and measured, and his chi is centered below his navel.
Huh? Why does that matter?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Some people say that all the body's spiritual energy gathers in a place about 2 finger widths below the navel.
Even when he appears to be in a state of total peace, his guard is never down. He's a formidable adversary.
I wonder if he noticed.
I know why my target has placed himself at Artorias' side. Because now I want to take Artorias down too.
Well, at least we're not losing our swordsman friend, even though we're losing, like... I almost said best mage, but no. There are mages in Tales games I like more than Majulu. Pascal comes to mind almost immediately, as well as Jade and... I'm blanking on her name, but the one from Berseria. This is gonna be blocked. A shepherd, eh? So long a leash are the King Prince probably gonna give that Artorias. I believe Midgard spent more than a century working to make this land bloom. And they expect to battle a man who climbs over his shoulders preaches about order? And the army are also uneasy because the exorcist's wheels. Oh, dope. I was like, what is that thing down there? That's showing that I've got an expedition that's come back.
I knew this would be big.
I'll get to basic training in the Doramel Island. Required level 2. Yeah, I can't do that yet.
Scout ship setting sail.
I was like, what's that? That is actually really awesome that they have a icon for when your ship is like waiting for new orders. Because if you miss it coming back, in fact, I think it may have come back like while I was not playing. I don't know if the timer counts. Is because the cats in Xillia 2 only ever moved when you were like if you closed the game down, the clock stopped. But since this is on PC, it may actually. You know, I know, like, Dragon Age Inquisition was like that, where even if things would have an 8-hour timer, but if you stop playing the game, then the 8 hours would still keep counting down. Restoration of order through will of reason. Polar opposite of demons. Something only humans are capable of. Deep words, we do well to remember them. So am I the only one that can see these cat souls? And if so, why? And they say the sort of will and reason, like, Velvet acted like it was something that she actually needed to get personally. We'll see what that was. They will ring throughout history. Shepherd of Choice, I've never seen the light. Never prayed with real conviction in my life, but if he believes, I want to believe too. I feel the same way. Should we go to the cathedral? Oh, that's that area that was closed off before. I betcha. What is this? I recognize that shop emblem.
What'll it be?
Some food for the boy.
Mabo curry is our specialty. It takes a week to stew properly.
Mabo curry.
Some of that, then. Say, do you know a man named Baskerville? I heard we might find him here.
That old man? A scoundrel and criminal who went against the rules of the Abbey. They executed him long ago.
Oh.
Well, that's a bit of a problem. I guess there are no hounds around.
Velvet, this Mabo curry is amazing.
Yeah, she can't
You
taste
get
anything.
along so well. Is he your brother?
No.
No, he wouldn't be, would he? After all, your brother was murdered before your eyes.
How do you know that?
The shadows watch those who flinch from the light.
Interesting.
So the guild is still active, even after Baskerville's arrest?
That's right. Just like how Ifreed's crew continues their piracy, even without their captain.
Makes sense.
So you're the contact?
What may I help you with?
I want to know what Artorias is planning.
Information such as that? It won't come cheap. I have here a list of jobs, not one remotely legal. Take care of all of them, and I'll tell you what you want to know.
Well, that's interesting. How is oiling an ambush illegal? I mean, obviously the ambush is probably by the virtuous individuals representing the good nation. Find and bring back a scholar named Mindy who disappeared along the Gales Lake Road. Yes.
Take this with you as documentation. It's fake, but it's a good fake. It'll hold up to inspection.
It's registered to Mogulu's menagerie?
Oh? Was that not the name you gave to the guard at the gate?
I can see you're a group to be reckoned with.
Report back here once you're finished. However, be aware that should you fail...
Then this conversation never took place. Got it. I'll cause you no trouble.
I appreciate your understanding. You're welcome to stay the night, free of charge. Forget
nice of
about
you.
work until the morning comes. Right. You're missing Captain Ifreed.
Yeah, where'd he run off to? We kind of
The
need him.
captain has done much toward our viability. I promise that I'll share anything I hear about him for no charge.
Thanks. All we know is there was a pendulum on the ground at the last place he was seen.
But no pit.
And that Legate Melchior is connected to the captain's disappearance. How? We don't know.
Sounds like you've got problems of your own. Do you really have time to take on ours as well?
I could ask you why you've tied yourself up with Velvet.
Because I'm hoping she'll tie me up as well.
I've got a debt to repay. Without her, there's no way I'd have ever found my blade again.
That's actually not true. She just
Demon
like...
repaying a debt? Ridiculous.
As ridiculous as a pirate Moloch, you think? No matter how you look at it, there's nothing reasonable about our rogue existence. And in this brave new world governed by reason, a rogue can either rage and become a monster like me,
or band together with others. Like a ship full of pirates, perhaps.
Exactly. I admire Velvet's courage, squaring off against the whole world on her own. Few can accomplish that. It takes strength. Real strength. And I'm curious where it comes from.
So you're doing it for yourself after all?
Is that so wrong?
No. I'm the same. I need allies on my side, with the strength and courage to combat this so-called order imposed by the Abbey.
This is a really good scene. I'm sorry I'm not saying much.
But anyone who's willing to put up with the creed folly of Ifreed's pirates has to be an even bigger fool than we are. So I'm like you. I want to know how deep her foolishness goes.
She'd kill you if she heard that, you know.
Excuse me, guys.
It's a
Those are
compliment.
huge pieces of ice.
Fools that big
Holy
aren't
crap.
born every day.
Aha. And I imagine your dear Captain Eifried's much the same.
Aye. That man flies his full flag proudly.
Well, in a world governed by reason, you either have to be logical or a self-proclaimed fool. I do like the pirate is, you know, pouring from a jug, and then the... Oh, I guess both of them could have had their
The
cups.
Shepherd Artorias, He's got the populace eating from the palm of his hand. I wonder... Just how deeply will the fangs of our would-be tragic heroine scar this broken world of ours? I've got a traitor to find, but in the meantime, this should be a good show.
It is interesting that Magilu is leaving again already. Just because we saved her life. I kind of figured that that would be the last time she left, but apparently she's going to be a wandering Magilu. Mambo curry reference. Those would be nice, nice.
A kind face for such a hard woman.
She knew about me and our cover. She's got ears everywhere.
And that's not all. She called the papers fake, but they're not.
So she's got spies working on the inside, too.
I heard that her predecessor, Baskerville, was a monument against authority. To think he was executed.
They've lost their leader, but remain unconquered. Not an organization to trifle with.
That's how they have to be to take on the Abbey. We'd better succeed on our missions, and not just to get the information we need.
Yeah. Besides, I'd like to get another of those drinks, too.
You're a man of taste. That place always has the best.
You'd better work hard too, if you want more Mabo curry.
I will.
It is interesting that they've got him getting hungry when we can... presumably, granted, I'm bad at it, but we are, like, cooking before every battle. Like, how much do you eat, kid? Where are you? Oh, boy. Oh, lava set. Interesting. Got some fruitcake. Homemade bread. Alright, well that was super easy. Soto. Of course, the Mambo curry. Good choice, good choice. Obviously, it's going to... Man, this guy loves his pudding. That's crazy for pudding. The pudding smells good? Alright. No one's ordered this one yet. Pudding and mild curry. So that's interesting. It automatically gives them what they want, but it's, you know, I wonder if I have to do in the correct order. It's a nice bow tie with the uniform. Okay, so I'm sure if I keep doing that, I can get other stuff, but what I really wanted was the outfit. It is adorable and awesome that Laffy said is the one that does that. I was not expecting it. The Bloodwing Butterfly's Bar. That's a lot of bees. And only 3. I run a tavern for a living. Hard enough providing a pleasant place for people to drink. The Abbey doesn't care for this sort of establishment. They're putting pressure on me. And I can't push back. It's all part and parcel of being a business. And he's a renowned scholar of genealogy and chemistry. Yeah, I'm talking to the other person? No, I'm talking to this person. Whatever.
A scholar missing on the road to Gallus Lake.
Strange request.
If they know where he vanished, why don't they just look for him there?
Exactly. And what's so illegal about a missing persons case that you gotta go to the
I was wondering
underworld?
that too.
I can think of a few possibilities, but our job isn't to ask questions.
Nope, we do that for free. Oh, more of this stuff. There you are.
Shepherd, savior of mankind who guides us through the darkness. What an appropriate title for Lord Artorias. I believe in him. As long as we have Shepherd Artorias, we'll make it through this era of disaster.
Shepherd Artorias?
How pompous can you get?
Artorias has already seized control of all religious and secular power in Midgand. But now that he's taken on this new title, he's no longer just an authority figure. He's become the very hope of the masses.
A dangerous opponent indeed.
After seeing that, will you still fight him?
Of course I will. He could be a god for all I care.
I mean, he thinks himself
I'll
as
have
one.
my vengeance, no matter what.
All right. And now we will run this way. You're the one I want to talk to. I love these.
That ceremony was simply fantastic.
This guy's
Lord
informed.
Artorias' speech was brilliant, of course, but Prince Percival was really something too. He raises up Artorias to help the country and its people, then willingly steps down. Now that's what I call a king.
You think so? Well, to me, he just looks like a wimp.
He may look that way, but he has a great inner strength. He's excelled as a scholar and a leader since he was young. His only hobby is falconry, but sadly, I hear he hasn't had the time for it lately.
What happened to his falcon
You
then?
seem like a big supporter of his.
Well, he's got 2 younger brothers, but just between you and me, they're dolts. Worse, they hang with a bad crowd.
Are they
if
with me right
anything
now?
were to happen to Prince Percival, the future of Midgand would be bleak.
I see. So everyone's hopes are riding on him then.
Which means Midgand's vulnerable without him.
Don't say that out loud. My God, woman. Every once in a while, I just have to scratch my head at just how foolish she is. And, you know, it's like, you don't say that or people can hear you. What the hell? So, on the road to... I'm pretty sure that's the road we came up. Oh, there's also a thing here. I will certainly pick it up.
He may be the Shepherd now, but no one knows who he was before the Advent, or what he did.
I do.
No, they don't.
But he showed up one day with a mallet in tow, routed the demons, and formed a band of skilled young exorcists.
That sounds pretty suspicious.
Right? But the kingdom readily acknowledged his abilities and his conviction, and through its full
I
support
wonder how he pulled that
behind him,
off.
Maybe he plans on usurping power for himself.
Not likely. He's worked tirelessly to rebuild the church and state, and to shore up the royal family's position.
Lining his pockets from the state coffers, then.
Not the slightest chance. Rather, he's got all the other higher-ups worried he's working himself to death.
Then what's he after?
Maybe there is no ulterior motive. Maybe he is our Shepherd. Whatever the case, if he hadn't shown up when he did 3 years ago, Midgand would be a smoking ruin.
Alright, turn around. Is that a... No. It's hard sometimes to tell these from actual plants that you can pick up. Especially that one. That one totally looks like a plant I can pick up, and then I can't pick it up. I want to pick it up, but it won't let me, guys. I do actually hope that Artorias is just a, like, you know, person who is purely about reason and is actually trying to make the world a better place.
Greetings, Magilou's menagerie. You've come to exactly the right place.
You must be a Bloodwing. What do you want?
You already know about the Code Red demons, right?
I sure do.
The really strong demons the Abbey wants gone? Yeah.
Would you ever consider hunting them down for us? We'll reward you properly.
Reward? Why pay us when the Abbey would do it for free?
It's complicated. The Abbey is calculating in their deployments, especially where Code Red demons are concerned.
I get it. They'll only act if they determine the demon would cause more harm than the losses they'd incur in battling it. That does seem logical.
But sometimes people have lost a loved one to such a demon. Or sometimes they have a connection to the person the demon
Okay,
used to
that
be.
does actually make sense.
Wherever there's a Code Red demon, you can bet there are people willing to pay good money to have it killed.
And let me guess, that's where the Bloodwings come in.
Exactly. There are Bloodwings all throughout Midgand who have information on these Code Red demons. If you defeat a demon and report back to my comrades, they'll make sure you're well compensated.
Do I have to prove it?
All right, I understand. But I won't make any promises.
That's fine. No sense in drawing up a contract when the hunter probably won't survive anyway. If you get results, let us know. We'll hold up our end. That being said, I'd feel guilty if I didn't help out at least a little, so here, take this.
Those Bloodwings are definitely a rough crowd.
To be fair, things are never that straightforward when you're dealing with demons.
We are definitely people
All
that can
that
possess
matters
that.
is that there's something in it for us if we hunt those Code Red demons. The only thing better than fighting formidable foes is getting paid for it.
Just remember that these Code Red demons are tough enough to make the Abbey shiver. We'd be wise not to underestimate them.
We should talk to those Bloodwings before considering any of the marks. They might have information that will help us prepare.
Yeah, and we better remember to upgrade our equipment.
Right.
That's a little heavy-handed. Well, you sure didn't have any information for me.
Hey, Laffy said.
What is it, Roguro?
Mabo curry.
Huh?
You're an interesting one. You like Mabo curry that much, huh?
It smells good. And it's creamy and kind of spicy. Eating it made me feel nice.
I'd say you love it then. Do all Malakim have such an appetite?
Each has their own tastes. Some eat a lot, some eat a little. Just like humans or demons.
What do you like, Aizen?
Drinks, I suppose.
What else?
Pretty much just drinks.
Don't you like anything else?
Is it a problem if I don't?
No. I'm just wondering.
For me, it's drinks and candied sweet potatoes.
That's where you boil strips of sweet potato in oil.
Oh, wow, that's
and then
way
coat
more than
them
I
in
know about that.
sugar, right?
Yeah, I never get tired of them.
So you like to drink, but you've also got a sweet tooth?
Yeah. Is that so strange?
No.
Candied sweet potatoes. Sounds good.
There's nothing to be ashamed of. It's just a sign that you're alive, remember?
Right.
Alright. And with that, I'll go ahead and end this episode. Next time, I'll start when I have found the Scholar, and when I, will get split into some of these side quests. I probably will not show all the side quests we do, but these first three I definitely will, because they are, like, plot required, so they very well may come back later. See you next time, guys.